Hi everyone, I'm Jenna from Brooklyn, and I'm here to talk about how I take care of myself, my musical self. Um, when reading this chapter 3 from DeLeo, um, she talks about the person of the therapist as being a significant component of the music therapy process. And that resonated with me because I, it's just so interesting to think that, all the parts of me, Jenna as a whole person, interact with all the parts of all the people that I work with. Um, and all the parts of me include being a singer and a sister and someone who loves nature and someone who loves going to the movies, the whole therapist interacts with the whole person that we work with. Um, in the reading, it also says therapists should serve as models for emotional health, well-being, and growth, which is kind of scary but cool because this is a great responsibility. But with this responsibility, I think um, comes the gift of getting to work with people through music therapy and connect with human beings and help other people through what we love, which is music. So my own personal musical care routine um, has definitely developed over time. I've always been a singer, but I've kind of integrated mindfulness and meditation and um, things like that more and more as I've gotten older and gained more understanding on how I cope with difficulties and how I process my experiences and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with kind of a mindfulness exercise. So this is what I would do if I'm on the train, if I'm waking up, if I'm going to bed. I just start by being still. And this is kind of weird because I'm doing it while I'm telling you what I'm doing, so I'm not really doing it, but you get the idea. Kind of like a guided uh, mindfulness, guided relaxation exercise. So I become still and come to the space where I am. Right now it's my kitchen. It could be the train. It could be um, my lunch break at work. It could be anywhere. And so I just take in the sounds around me. I usually close my eyes, but I'll keep them kind of open while I talk. So I take in the sounds around me. I hear footsteps of the kids that live upstairs walking across their floor or my ceiling. I hear my fan. I hear myself. If I'm on the train, maybe I hear the chit chatter of all the different people talking on the train. If I'm on my lunch break, maybe I'm at a cafe and hear the hustle and bustle of the cafe. And then I start to focus on my breath. And I breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth with no real strategy. It's mostly just letting the breath be as it is. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. My eyes are usually closed this whole time. Maybe you let your eyelids kind of flutter. And as I focus more on my breath, the sounds of the environment kind of fade, and there's a real deep connection with the breath and the body, which keeps me calm. And as I breathe and kind of meditate in this way, thoughts come and go, and my technique is to kind of notice thoughts as they come and go, like waves crashing on the sea, or waves crashing on the beach and fading off into the sea, or a cloud passing over a mountaintop. You notice it and say hello, and you let it pass, and refocus on my breath. Sometimes I'll use music, and this is a song that I'm going to use. It's by Nils Fromm, called L.A. And this is a good piece for staying in that space of just focusing on my breath and my body, and letting the natural rhythm of the music also help calm my body rhythm. If I use music, I make sure it doesn't have words, or it could, but for me, usually instrumental music is better. So whether there's music involved or not, I continue this process of breathing in my nose, out my mouth, and coming into a mindful space. And sometimes I use vocal kind of improvisation as well. And maybe not on the train, or maybe I do it really lightly. But it's just kind of a natural way of phonating and singing that feels good. So I'll do a bit of that as an example. And this naturally connects us to our bodies, obviously. If I hum, I can feel that resonance in my nose and cheekbones, which is a nice resonant feeling. Or you can move into or For some reason, I always end up singing weird modes. I don't know why. Or maybe it's not so much a tone, but just a sound, like a phonation rather. So those are just a few examples of vocal phonating that I may do during my musical care routine. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is playing my own music, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to play a song, and that's kind of the last element I would say for myself of musical self-care. I think if I'm playing my own songs, and whether it be an old song that is just kind of in my bones and gets me connected to myself and my music, or if it's a new song that's expressing a super present emotional experience and trying to work that out, whatever it is, I kind of know, like, by how much I'm playing my own music, it's kind of a gauge for how much I'm taking care of myself. So I'm going to play a song. Autumn came and autumn went, and I can't remember the last time I spent a whole day wasting the time away. Mop the floors aching, can't remember when I let it get a little dirty. Now time keeps moving along while I keep on singing the same old songs. 10 months came and 10 months went, and the holidays were harder than I'd expected, and now I can do whatever I want to, but what do I do when I don't have to worry about you? Now time keeps moving along while I keep on singing the same old songs. And I'm sorry for the time I was driving, lost my temper and said you couldn't buy that house. And I'm sorry for the time you found yourself in jail and we didn't really out. I'm sorry you won't own my kids, and I'm sorry you turned out the way it did, the way it did. Took a walk through the park to the old Jackson Brown songs that we'd play in the car, singing, running on empty, running. I was running too. If we only knew. Now time keeps moving along while I keep on singing the same. Yeah, time keeps moving along while I keep singing the same old song. To the man who chased the setting sun, met me in Mexico for Christmas to ride horses by the ocean. All right, that's it for me. Have a good night, everybody.